Hi there. Welcome if this is your first time here. My name is April. This is the Frugal Planner channel, and I am in a cut down composition notebook that I got on back to school special. So it was a whopping 50 cents, and I did cut it down. I did glue pages together so that I didn't have any bleed through. There's still a tiny bit of ghosting, but nothing that is bothering me. If this is a return flight for you, welcome back. Thank you for coming back. Today, I want to show you a layout that I have for health and household. And you're like, wait a minute, what is this? Yeah, health and household. In fact, I think this is going to be all of the things that I need to take care of for our house. So let's just start doodling in these lines, and then I will get them measured out for you. Did I go to there? I'm like, where did I go to? This is going to be very similar to what I would call a dashboard layout in a planner. I have my pen and gear, juicy patoocy. Wait, is that right? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there. So I need to bring this one down. I thought I miscounted. I'm like, wait a minute, that doesn't look quite big enough. There it is. There it is. What was I saying? Sorry. Bump. This is what a dashboard layout would normally look like in like a regular pre-printed planner. The only thing with that is you are not choosing how you want it to be laid out. And here you are choosing. We get to choose how we want the dashboard to be laid out. Oh, there's another secret about the pen and gear, and I hear this a lot with people. It does skip on the page. Remember, it's a pretty affordable pen. It's a very frugal, but if you hold it at an angle, the ball spins better and it works better. If you are like me and you have a tendency of holding your pen up and down vertically from the page, try a little bit more horizontal and see if that works for you. I had a feeling that was going to smudge, and it did, but that's okay. That is absolutely okay. I'm going to let that ruler take a minute, and I am going to write in my days of the week. So this is going to be Monday, and it is the 30th, Tuesday, the 1st, Wednesday the 2nd, Thursday the 3rd, Friday the 4th, and I know you're probably asking yourself at this moment, it is not the 4th of July week. Did I miss this plan with me? Is this not a new plan with me? It is a new plan with me. I am backdating because I want to put together this notebook and see just how well everything that I have done for the month of July will fit. Sometimes, in order for me to visualize how something is going to work in my life, I have to do it. I have to put pen to paper. Whoops. That's a funky Sunday. So I have to be able to see it in the flesh, on the paper, all the things. So that's what we are doing. I am going to put in here, I think I'm going to take health and household. What colors do we want to do? Let's do blue, or let's do gray and pink. I kind of like that idea with some black, gray, and pink. So let's go up here at the top. We are going to put June 30th through July 6th is what we are doing on that side. And then on this side, I am going to put home and health. Perfect. And then I am going to put in some dates. Oh, that was tough to get open. These are also from back to school from Walmart. They're the pen and gear. They're the broad line and then the fine line, excuse me. Both of these packs were on sale for 50 cents. Excuse me. Which I don't know if you have ever purchased markers, but 50 cents for a pack is an astonishing deal. Oh, sugar, dun, 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 dun. Oh, honey, honey. All right, so, and then I am going to, how do I want to do this? I think I'm just going to draw circles. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And those are going to be my trackers for the week. And then under meals, I am going to put what meals I'm making this week. So I don't think I have 7 meals. I only have 4 meals, which is fine. Sometimes I'll plan out more than, I never do less than 4, but I'm not always at 7 because we have leftover nights. We have things going on during the week. So this was one of the weeks that we had something going on that we didn't need dinner every night planned. So spaghetti and meatballs will be one of the choices. Shrimp tacos is another choice. Shish kebabs. And then smash burgers. With rosemary fries. And then on this side, this is my journal. This is how I fill in for the week how it was that I felt at the end of the day. So I'm going to do that off camera. It will be filled in, but I'm going to do that off camera, and then you'll see it during the flip through at the end of probably August. Oh, probably not. Not the end of August. Sorry, middle of August-ish. So over here, I am going to write down the chores that I know I want to get done for this week. See how much better this pen is writing if I keep it more horizontal to the page rather than vertical? Up and down, it is not happy. You have to hold it at an angle. Oh, clean dishwasher. So once a month I try to clean our dishwasher, and you're like, what? Wes does the hard part. He takes out like the bottom tray thing that has the filter in it that makes me not happy. I can't do it. I can't do textures, and that has a texture to it that I can't do. So he will clean that and soak it in the sink with some cleaner. And then we have really hard water. We have well water, so it's very iron rich. And so where the dishwasher brings in the water from the sink or wherever it brings it in from, I don't know. I never thought about where it brought it in from. A hose from outside? I don't know. Not a hose, but you know what I mean. there is always like an orange iron residue in our dishwasher. So once a month, I will get in there with lemon and baking soda and scrub that really well. And then I will put baking soda and vinegar in there. And between those two, it works out that stain and it doesn't hurt the dishwasher. So that's what I mean by clean the dishwasher. Hey, I didn't know you were in, Pepper. Pepper Potts is in the house. In the house she is. Once a week I inventory the freezer. And the reason I do it every week is because we usually make a batch of like breakfast burritos that we put in the freezer. And then depending on what we eat through the week, I may or may not have to make more. So I like to have an inventory of especially that. And then if I'm stumped for the week for meal planning, I'll go to the freezer. I'll look at anything that may be looking like it needs to be used pretty quick, like it's been in there for a minute or two. And I will add that to my dinner rotation so that we use things up and it's not getting freezer burned and it's not getting wasted. One of my biggest things for 2025 was to do better about not wasting food we purchase, because I was to the point where healthy April would go and get all of the best vegetables and great fruit, and then during the week, snack April didn't want any of that stuff. So by the end of the weekend, it was either, okay, I'm going to have to blanch all this and throw it in the freezer, or I've missed my blanching opportunity and now it just needs to go to the turkeys. So I've tried really, really, really hard not to do that and order like crappy snacks. Like crappy snacks for me are like a bag of pretzels. Pretzel rods right now are my go-to. I love them. Other like bad choices of food, I guess, would be like lunch meat and lots of cheese on things. And so I find that if I try to still get those things and still incorporate them into my breakfast, lunches, and dinners, I'm less likely to waste those vegetables. So that's where we're at. So inventory the freezer helps me do that. Yes, there are veggies in there that I had blanched and frozen so that they wouldn't go bad. The kicker with that is as soon as you take them out of the freezer, you need to reheat them and use them. Like you can't throw them in the fridge to thaw because they will get soggy patoggy and no one wants that. A lot of times when I'm inventorying the pantry, I'm just going through my spices and dried goods. I have a lot of things in there that are ingredient based, but there's nothing really to make except for macaroni and cheese in the blue box. That's probably one, and stovetop stuffing. Those are two things that for whatever reason I never grew out of loving. I love both of those things and I can eat those just by themselves. Like you set me down with Stouffer's, or is it Stouffer's? No. Who makes the stovetop? Oh, it's stovetop stuffing. Hello. Good grief. I just answered my own question. Anyway, you set me down with a box of that. Sure, I'm going to make that and eat that like crazy with a little brown gravy or mushroom gravy. Anyway, not to get too sidetracked on all of that fun stuff, but this is what home and health looks like for me. So I need to go back and look through and see how I did for the day. I will fill that back in. I need to see what I did for cleaning and then mark in here how I felt for the day. And I have, again, this is backdating, so I have all of this. I just need to go get it. Join me next time. Let me flip through here and see what I'm doing. Oh, next time is going to be putting the budget into the book. So budgeting. If you're interested in that, that'll be the next video in this playlist. Let me know what you think of home and health. Is this a layout that you would do? Is this too generic for you? Do we need to add a little pop of color? Do I need to put in here maybe a couple doodle flowers? They're super easy. Super easy. Just gonna draw those in there. They're like making clouds and spirals. That is all there is to it. Happy little clouds that go in a circle and spirals that don't have to be exact. And that, my friends, is how you make a doodle flower. Added a little bit of something. I will definitely see you in the comments. I love you. I hope you have an amazing day, and let me know if you are going to try this layout. I will talk to you soon. All right, bye.